Hello, everyone. Welcome to your first Algebra 1 lesson for remote learning. This is a lesson that you've previously saw in the beginning of our Algebra 1 course in the classroom, the shape of distribution. So to get us started, in your Schoology folder, the very first um, file you should have seen was your warm up. If you have already completed it, great. But if not, you can take out a sheet of paper, or if you've printed it, great. If not, take out a sheet of paper, we could do it together. The warm up is which of these do not belong. So which of these diagrams do not belong? Remember when we've done these types of warm ups, I've always said to you, there is not really a right or wrong answer. What is important here is the justification. Can you justify your response? And make sure that in your justification that you have an explanation why you chose the response that you chose. So I'll give you about a minute or two to kind of turn and talk with your parent or your sibling, or even to just to tell yourself why you chose the response. And if you have a good memory, to try to remember the reasoning behind the answer that you chose at the time that you did. All right. So some of you may have chosen A, and some of you may have chosen A because all the points came together into like a mountain top. So they all came and clustered together in the middle. So that would have been a good justification just to say that all the data came together and in the middle, and it all just seemed that it, you know, it came together in the middle and decreased back down. Okay. Some of you may have chosen B because it seemed like there was an increase in the beginning and then it decreased and then the back went back up into an increase. Some of you may have chosen C because it just evened out. It all was just uniformed out. And then some of you may have chosen D because it started off low, then it went up real high. And then there's another decline. And it might go back up high. We don't know. So that would have been a good response as well. Just once again, there is no right or wrong answer. It's just the way you justify your answers. Okay. Now, for each of these distribution shapes, there are names for them. And if you can recall, I did give you those names. And so we just need to identify what those names are. So one of those distribution shapes are called a symmetric distribution, which is the mean is equal to the median, and there is a vertical line of symmetry in the center of the data. A skew distribution, the mean is usually equal to the median, and one of the distribution has more values farther from the bulk of the data. A uniform distribution is where it's evenly distributed throughout the range of the data. A bimodal distribution, has two very common point data values seen in a dot plot or histogram as distinct peaks. A bell-shaped distribution has a dot that takes the form of a bell with most of the data clustered near the center. So those are the five types of distributions that we discussed in the beginning of the year: the symmetric, skewed, uniform, bimodal, and bell-shaped. Now, when we discussed these in the beginning of the year, we talked about them in depth, and we did a lot of card sorts and matching with them so we can make sure that we understood what we were dealing with. So here, we're just going to do a snapshot of it, really. So which one of these distributions match these diagrams. So take a minute with your mom, dad, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, grandmom, granddad, and match those distributions with these diagrams. All right, so letter A. So mom and dad, grandma, grandpa, uncle. Here's a time that we're always going to say you're right no matter what, despite what I'm going to tell you. So you're just going to be like, I told you so, even if you know you may have, got a little confused. So letter A. We're going to say letter A is bell shaped. If you got it right, give yourself a round of applause. Letter A is definitely a bell shaped distribution. Letter B is a bimodal distribution. Because remember, letter B has the bimodal distribution has two very distinct data values seen in a dot plot or histogram as distinct peaks. So those peaks are at the end, and the middle is low. So those peaks have to be at the end. The bell shaped, if you think of a bell, and they all just went ahead of me. The bell, think of a bell. Ooh, I'm so sorry. Bell shape has a dot plot that takes the form of a bell with most of the data clustered in the middle. So the bell has all the information put in the middle. The uniform is evenly spread out all the way around. And now the skewed, it could be skewed left or skewed right, meaning all the information could go left or all the information could go right. So most of the data could go left or most of the information could go right. So it could be skewed left or skewed right, but it it could but it's skewed. Okay? It's skewed. So if you got all those right, together, give both of yourselves a round of applause. If you got all those right by yourself, give yourself a round of applause or a big bear hug. If you or mom got them right, either one, give yourself a round of applause. Give your mom a round of applause because she created a nice kid. So you guys did an awesome, awesome job with this activity. You also have a practice and a closing activity attached to your file for week 1. Please take the time to complete those activities to give yourself the opportunity to practice and refresh your thinking. And please, please, please wash your hands and stay home, stay safe. If you have any questions, please join in into our Zoom calls. And I look forward to hearing from you. I will be checking in with you guys throughout the week. And please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Have a good one, and I look forward to hearing from you.